Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon
and me, Banshee. Happy Mother's Day to all who assume a mothering role, whether it's with pets, whether it's with, whether it's nurturing people in our community, whatever role you play as a mom with mom energy. Happy Mother's Day. I'm having one. Sorry I'm late, but our son just stopped in because his Amazon shipment arrived. And he had gifts for me, a card and gifts. He actually got me decks I do not have. The Ethereal Visions Illustrated Card Deck.
Illuminated
Card Deck, excuse me.
By Matt Hughes.
And, whoopsie, the Hocus Pocus Tarot to add to my movie, etc., cultural tarot collection. So, woohoo, happy day for me. And I'll be using a new deck I just bought recently too, so today, it's a happy joy kind of Mother's Day.
Hi, Hermit Goddess Tarot. Hi, everybody.
Oh, you have the Luna edition of that one. I thought you had that one, Violet. I was telling my son that. I thought you did. You showed that off. All right. Well, so I've got oracles. Which one do I want to use today? For some reason, I have the Dreamweaver's Oracle by Clep and Reed that I can use also. But for the collective today, I'm pulling out this New Orleans Oracle deck. It's very colorful and bright. Thought I'd use it for today. I suppose it would have been right or better to use a flower deck on Mother's Day, but you know me.
Thank you, Mr. Maurice.
Thank you, Mr. M. Appreciate it. I'm going to cut and let Mr. O choose one. I don't believe there are any reversals in this deck. All right. Ooh. Companionship? Wow. What number is that?
16.
I got it. I went right to the page. And it's really interesting because the picture on that card is very reminiscent, is it not, of the Three of Cups. Three people there, 3 cups, so it's really kind of nice. Many times when we think of companionship, we immediately think of romantic connections. However, quite often the most fulfilling and enjoyable relationships that we experience are through platonic connections. At this time, you will find a healing energy through companionship with others. Allow yourself to create and experience new ways to connect with people. Perhaps joining a group of like-minded people to enjoy activities such as yoga, painting, dancing, or traveling would be a good place to start out. Healing through the sharing of non-romantic love can come in many forms. It's time to be open to all the ways that loving companionship can come into your life. And that is such a wonderful card and such a beautiful card. And, I was thinking about that a lot lately, just how much pleasure I derive from my connections with you, with the people on Twitter and social media, with friends, with family, It's connections that really make our lives fulfilling, more so than anything else. Connect, And that is not to say that being solitary is a bad thing either. For somebody who relishes the connections I have with others, I also relish my quiet time and my quiet moments and being more independent oriented, doing things on my own that sometimes people do with others, whether it's eating out or going to an event, I'm not afraid to do that on my own either. But this is a time to share some joy with others, right?
I loved it when it said, join a group, and I thought, yeah, join our tarot tribe.
Yes.
Oh, wait, you already have.
Yes, and we're grateful for it. All right, that's what we
Thanks,
have for everybody.
And
Yes.
I see Jagdeep has joined us. Hi there.
Jagdeep. All right. Violet's got the list, and I don't. For once, because I've been crazy busy here. But I do have. I was almost thinking I should have a Mother's Day margarita on the set, but then I thought, no. No need to cloud the readings with that. Mr. O had bought me recently one of those Cokes, those special Cokes. I'm still trying to figure out the flavor of. He thinks it is coconut flavor. He may be right, but I'm just not so sure.
Oh, thank you. She was worried about that because she thought it wouldn't fit with her outfit.
Oh, thank you much. I wanted a little contrast here to all the red I'm wearing. So, I got red earrings. So I just thought I'd throw that on there. Thank you. All right. And let's roll with today's readings. So, we're going to start with Angel Mary.
All right.
Hi, Angel Mary.
Hi, Angel Mary.
Did Angel Mary drop a question?
I don't believe so.
I've had this for a while. I got it at some gem show, I'm pretty sure. And I just like it a lot. I had another one that broke on me, and so I ended up replacing it with this. And the other one was more smaller chips than this one. I like this one a lot more. And I have some earrings that match it pretty nicely too, so it's not a stone, but...
Hi, Kyanette. You can leave a question if you want. We won't get to the question until we call for you or mention that. We do have a little bit of a list here, so it might be a while before we get to your question.
14. Yeah, we've already got 14 people. Everybody is getting... You will be the 14th, Kyanette. Everybody is getting the idea. Get here early. All right.
Okay, so I have Angel Mary's question. What's the best decision they should make towards their project? Will they continue with their first business partner or change with the new? I'm using the Animal Lords, Tarot, the Animal Lords.
That's great news about the job, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that,
Oh my
Moonlight.
gosh, awesome.
Congratulations. Hi, Connie. All right, Angel Mary. Your first card is the Five of Cups. It's upright. Then we have the reversed Six of Wands. And then we have the reversed Queen of Wands.
So what's the middle card again? I heard the Queen of Wands and I heard the
It's
Five.
the reverse Six of Wands.
Well, you're asking an interesting question here. The best decision you should make towards your project, should you continue with your first business partner or change with the new? We probably should have done this as a choice one if I had thought of it, because I'm debating which way this is really going here, but I have an idea. Let me get the Lenormand in this too. It may help resolve this.
Hi, Sunman.
Wow, that just popped into my hand, and that's interesting. Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm just not sure. That really is a conundrum.
Right, it's the crossroads followed by the anchor.
Yeah, it's almost as if be anchored in indecision right now. In other words, maybe this is a time where you need to keep those options open, Angel Mary. I really almost feel that way, seeing the anchor there with the crossroads. That you should be anchored in not making a final decision either way on that partner yet if you can. And I wish I could see the cards, but Sunny is
There's a Five of
smack
Cups.
in my way.
Okay.
I know. The Five of Cups, the...
Six of Wands.
That's it. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Here's the deal. I feel that the Five of Cups indicates that you might be experiencing some disappointment, maybe, with the current situation. Is it with this current business partner, which is maybe why you are considering moving on? You may feel here that this may not lead to where you wanted to go with the Six of Wands reversed. You're not seeing a positive outcome working together with this person, perhaps. And I don't know, the Queen of Wands is reversed here. Do you feel this person is either holding back, with assistance, or really being a help here, or being out front, in this project in some way? Is that the problem?
I feel that they lack the energy that you need for the project. They lack the charisma, courage, bravery, the urgency of the moment to kind of really get out there. They might be a nice person in most other respects, but I do get the feeling like you are sort of dissatisfied with them, or you're feeling like you're not getting noticed, or things aren't being acclaimed the way you thought. So I do feel that probably a change is what you are looking at. And when I look at the anchor and the crossroads down there in the Lenormand, to me, that may be saying that you may feel this way about some of your partners in general, that you may want to be sort of fixed on the idea that you're going to be moving through a number of scenarios before you find exactly what works, perhaps.
Yeah, honestly, I think you ought to really, what this might be saying is that maybe you're right. There's a lot of dissatisfaction here with partner number one. But that Five of Cups is an interesting card here. Because the five is talking about you dwelling on the disappointments, the things maybe the lack of positive expectations you have, right now in the situation. But the five is also saying, maybe there's something you're not seeing here. Maybe there is something valuable in this relationship, and you need to take a closer look, which is why I wonder if we have this here. Why you should not make your mind up yet. You really need to evaluate, and maybe you need to have a heart-to-heart with this partner to see if they're going to be all in with this or not.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe some of the things that I'm talking about there, the lack of energy, charisma, networking, are also things that maybe are a part of yourself, in that maybe you've been looking for someone who's gestalt with you, who's fusion with you, would kind of up that ampage. But I think you have to also consider you need to work on those qualities in yourself too, to be a little bit more forward, not necessarily aggressive, but just maybe a little bit more progressive in terms of approaching customers, marketing customers, or energy towards networking your project. So I think that's what we have for you.
Okay, with the way I see the list right now, Violet,
We're closed.
No.
Okay.
I will take 3 more names, and that's it. That's it. Too bad. It's still early.
All right, so that's what we had.
That's what we have for you, Angel Mary. Sometimes the cards are very ambiguous and don't give us a clue. I think these cards are giving us a clue. It may be too early yet, or it just may not be the right time to make up your mind completely on this yet. You need to really deal with your partner a little bit more on the issues that are bothering you before you decide to change it up. And maybe truly look at this other partner more, scrutinize it more to see if it's really worth making the change. All right.
Yeah, we rarely do many more than 20 in a 2-hour spread, so we're
well,
probably,
that will be 20.
Yeah, we're at our capacity pretty much.
So 17 now, and so we'll see how it goes. And I'm counting Violet in that. All right.
Okay, so we're on to the next person, and that was Moonlight, right?
I see Preeti made it. Preeti's made it.
And Moonlight would like to have a general love reading.
Only 2 more. That's right. Moonlight would like a general reading. Absolutely, Moonlight. I'm going to use a new deck I just got for you. It's called the Radiant Wilds Tarot, and it's really unique. It's not anything like you would expect. There's definitely some nods to the Rider-Waite in this deck, but it is very unique. I love the colors of it. And did I pass you the Lenormand, Mr. O? You have it. Good. Okay.
I'm having a problem.
Uh-oh.
I can't get my mouse back.
Oh.
I don't know why this happens.
Oh. Hey, your first card is the Ace of Cups. Ah! Followed by the Ten of Cups reversed. Followed by the Knight of Pentacles reversed. That's interesting, considering you just got a job and all. We will talk about this. I see what might be going on here.
Here's the stork, and it's followed by the letter, and I have some ideas about that.
Yeah, I'm going to let that go for a minute. What I see here is great happiness right now. You know, some new beginning is bringing you great joy, relief, happiness. You know, it's making you feel inspired and enthusiastic again about things. But, you know, with all the positive energy, sometimes changes, sometimes good things that come into your life could cause upsets in other areas of your life. For example, in your personal life, you know, could this cause some upsets with families, friends, trying to juggle responsibilities, etc. So, I mean, there may be some things that need to be ironed out or worked out in your life in that regard. And I feel it is related to your job in a way, you know, that it's going to take time to find some balance, you know. It's not impossible here. I don't feel like there's anything major here. It's just going to take some time because, you know, you're moving into a major change right now. We've got that indicated here by the stork, which is new beginnings. And, you know, maybe you've been signing papers in that regard, you know, getting all the ducks in a row for this new position or job.
I sort of got all of that from those Lenormand. I feel that they indicate that you're going to be pretty busy with orienting to the new biz. Maybe there'll be other routines for you, you know, getting up at certain times, making sure you leave, packing your lunch, that kind of thing, whatever that is. So I sort of feel like you're not going to have a lot of time. That's mostly what I feel like. You're going to be busy with other things. But I feel like you're going to feel the presence of love and happiness in your life. And that could be because other people you know will share in the happiness of your new situation. It just may be that you will reflect that you are too busy or semi-disconnected to really appreciate some of that. But don't worry, your friends and your family will understand that. And it's mostly important that you find your right balance, not moving too slow or too fast in trying to integrate the new job and situations into the rest of your life. So some of that will probably be the trickiest part, which is maybe why you asked the question. But you know, you wanna be employed and you want to build yourself. So that's really going to be the most important thing for you.
I really feel here this, you know, with knights are constantly moving. And so this is a phase that you will move through. I really feel that here with it being the final card as well. And so it's going to just take some time to reorient yourself to the new reality and all will be well. I really believe that. The Ace of Cups here, just saying this is the beginning of great joy, this great new beginning here with the stork. I think they fit in together very nicely here, and I really feel that what I'm seeing here is very, very transitory as you acclimate to the new realities.
Yeah, you should probably come back and ask this at least in a few weeks, a moon cycle or so from now. You'll be more oriented and maybe...
Well, this was just a general reading, and
True.
so, yeah. But, I mean, I could see how this relates. In the general reading, sometimes it focuses smack on something, some particular aspect of your life, and sometimes not. And as far as this deck goes, I just want to say it's got a very inner-worldly and otherworldly feel to it. And it talks about exploring your desert landscapes, your inner desert landscapes.
I was going to say the colors make me feel like there's something southwestern deserty about it. That's nice.
It's very cool. And I really am going to do a deep dive on this deck. I want to explore the booklet the book, I should say, because it's a good-sized book in total, because this person has really interesting observations on the cards. So, nice find, I have to say. And it's very colorful and red, like me, Aries.
All right. And hi, Ola Watoyan. I don't believe we've seen you in a little while.
Yeah,
Thanks
we
for
can
coming
fit
back.
you in, but it's going to be a long haul. You're at the bottom of the list.
Right, we have like 19 people.
So if you want to leave your question, you could do that. And then check back later, but it's going to be a while.
You're welcome. But you got the job yourself, and you're going to find the romance yourself too. We're just here to kind of pat you on the back.
So one more person, Violet, and you'll be able to shut the list. We will put something up there saying the list is closed. Mr. O is going to drive a tough bargain on this one, he assures me.
And Angel Rivera so far is not here to smirk and say, yeah, right. He will show up now any moment.
Gosh, I love Angel Rivera. All right, Acel. Acel is up.
Is it fate that brings Alabek and Daenerys together? He is her destiny?
Well, maybe we should ask that as a yes-no, because that's pretty direct.
Okay, and
I'm going to see what we get there. I'm
going to use the Final Rose Tarot, which is a kind of romantic themed tarot. So we're asking that as a yes or no for Acel. Did fate bring, or some sort of destiny, bring Alabek and Daenerys together? I know it would be, wouldn't it be something? And hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened, let's face it. Good luck if it does.
Well, I think I'm going to like this deck. I don't want to be distracted. And besides, it's in cellophane. I haven't broken through all of it yet. He just said, I'll be over in 15 minutes. It took him a little longer than that.
It always does.
But still.
All right.
Is that 13 cards?
No, it's an ace.
Oh.
Please don't bother me when I'm counting.
Sorry. I'm getting the stare. Oh, so early in the show.
3 aces.
Oh my gosh.
All relatively quickly. Ace of Cups, which it's called the first kiss in this deck. The reversed. Ace of Wands, Roses, which is called first impression rose. And then the Ace of Rings reversed, first date. So 3 aces from our standpoint means, generally speaking, absolutely yes, a positive yes. And here's the Lenormand, the Sith. Pop that down that way. And the Clover.
It's really an odd combination here, and I think it's interesting for you, or for this question, Acel. Yeah, I think they definitely were destined in this lifetime to get together. And to me, especially seeing the Clover here, I thought at first, wow, it would be interesting if we got the tree in this reading, but we got the Clover, and I think that comes pretty close to what I wanted to say. If the tree had arrived, that I almost feel like this was destiny. There was fate behind this. And why? Because maybe there's something that they needed to work out from a previous life. There may have been some, I would say, very disruptive thing that happened to them in a past life. You know, whether they were family in this past life, whether they were lovers, whether they just knew each other, that has to play out in this lifetime. You know, whether they're going to stay together or not in this lifetime is neither here nor there, Asal. But something needs to be played out here because of something that tore them apart in their past. You know, it could be anything. It could be even a natural disaster, something that took them apart from each other. It could be a major fight. It could be a war. You know, maybe they were on two sides of a conflict, battling each other. Whatever the case may be, something is playing out because of that. I feel that's my strong feeling in this lifetime.
Don't feel so bad, Asel. I know you feel bad about that because of what Daenerys said. But, you know, it just means that if destiny had something for them, then destiny has something else for you. And you have to keep that in mind and realize that there is a different role for you now. It may not be the one you thought, but it probably is going to be a destiny for you. And you need to try to resolve things and make peace with it.
Well, you know, so that's really a shame that Daenerys has to cop that attitude, have that attitude, because, you know, she may think she's a winner, but when you talk like that, you're really showing what a loser you truly are. You know, there's no need for things like that. And actually, frankly, I would say you're more the winner here. Because if Alabek is so easily distracted to go away with somebody who's got such prima donna attitudes, then you're probably better, whether you realize it or not, you're probably better off without Alabek. That's for sure. And I have to say that. So no, you know, there are no winners and losers here. Life goes on, and life is full of surprises for you, and don't you forget that. So that's what we have for you. I always wish you the best to sell. You are a winner. Don't forget it.
All right.
And you will heal. You will. All right. Anthony!
It's Anthony.
Yeah, I believe so.
There it is. All right.
General reading. Let's
You're
see.
done.
Oh. We'll use my This Might Hurt Tarot. Another fairly new deck.
Thank you, Moon Knight. It's very sweet of you. Thank you. You're welcome, Asel.
You are always welcome, Asel. All right. Let's see what I've got here for Anthony for the week ahead. Hey, it's the High Priestess. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Did the last time we read for you, was it for happy hour or what?
Yeah, it was
Did you
happy
have
hour.
the lovers? Now it's reversed.
Oh, no. That's the way a weekend can go, right?
And then Temperance is upright. All three major arcana, and this was very well shuffled. So...
Well, over in the Lenormand department, there is the Stork. Well, actually, the Stork was second. The Key was first. The Key and then the Stork.
Oh.
All right.
Well, you know, I think here the Lovers is saying I think the Lovers somehow is a key card here in a way. You know, that you have to strive to make really good decisions, potentially in the romantic department, up and coming. You know, there may be choices ahead for you, you know, and it may not be all that clear cut of choices either. I feel here, though, that your intuition, your gut feelings about someone, or if it's not about love, it's about something else in your life where you have to make a major choice or decision, you can truly depend on your gut. What is your gut telling you? Don't disregard the facts you're seeing around you, but I would say this. Really, it's got to resonate with what you're feeling inside. Sometimes, facts can be blurred, lines can be blurred, and, we can't always take things at face value. And that's where the High Priestess comes in. She's there saying, your inner self, your inner wisdom will provide you with what you need to know in this situation. And whatever the case may be, I feel like things will turn out okay for you ultimately if you strive for balance and harmony. Don't do anything right now that would, upset the apple cart in some way. And it's really funny here, and I'm saying that with new beginnings being the key here. Whatever new beginnings you start in your life, whether it's a relationship or something else, like I think you were talking about possibly going back to school, make sure you're going to be able to manage it well. This is really important, and maybe that's where the Lover's reverse comes in. Don't make a decision on this that you will regret. Be sure you are in the right frame of mind, the right physical space in order to take on whatever it is you're pursuing.
Well, it's interesting because for a general reading, I do think it is slanted towards the idea of maybe a relationship possibility coming towards you at this time. If it's not that, it could just be about some long-awaited choice that you've really thought about, something you really felt would make you very happy. If it wasn't a relationship, something else. But there is maybe a question about what that really is. If it's a relationship, it is like Banshee says, maybe you listen to your gut. But to me, Temperance is also saying, too, that this is a thing that really makes you feel at peace and at one. So if that's really the key, if this new thing really makes you feel that way and your gut says that, you just may want to just really not rush into it right away, but just really sort of sit with the feeling. I'm thinking this is saying whether it's a relationship or the opportunity to do something you really want showing up soon now, you really need to sit with it. High Priestess really does talk about meditation and diving deep too, but I'm getting that more from the Temperance card because I'm thinking this says you really are in a position to really see where this would take you to, that whole balance thing. Settling down or not.
Yeah, so, I'm kind of on the fence as to whether it's romance or something else, but whatever the case may be, make sure that, you are ready for it, and that it's not going to cause you undue stress, undue pain.
Yeah.
Like I think you were talking about going for a doctorate, for example, that can be a tough road sometimes. So, just be sure and trust what your voice inside is telling you.
If you haven't mentioned it, or if, that's just the way it is, and there is somebody that maybe is that possibility, maybe this is saying you're finding out that maybe they might be a nice possibility in some ways, but you're not going to really see them necessarily. Maybe there is somebody who you're just not exactly seeing that going forward.
So again, I sense this must be related to, the key here is it's related to a new beginning, a fresh start of some sort. So that's why I was thinking about your study plans. That's why I was also thinking
That's
new
true.
relationship. Because I think you're pretty settled where you live, unless you're thinking of moving from there. But that would be the only other thing that I would think here.
Just get a raft.
That's what we have for you. And Violet, I really think you would like this deck. This is a really nice deck overall. I like the colors. I like the images on them. It's pretty nice. It does not hurt at all, really. I don't know why they called it that, but I think it's because now, wisdom hurts sometimes. There is pain in knowing some of these things. So I think that's why they came up with the name, but it's really a nice deck. All right.
All right. Thanks, Anthony. And you're
Nina's
welcome.
up and wants I saw she wrote it here, spirit reading on finances for the next 6 months.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to move either.
Yeah, I didn't either. That was the least of my thoughts about it. But, the store can sometimes indicate that. So since it was a general reading, I thought I'd bring that up. All right, spirit reading for finances for Lena for the next 6 months.
And I'm going to use my Legend Arthurian Tarot. Hi, Lena. I know you're probably at work.
I'm really getting into the colorful decks lately, aren't I? Now that one deck, the Radiant Wilds Tarot, there's actually people who complain it's too bright. It's too glaring on my eyes. I can't focus. And I'm just like, really? I think it's gorgeous. Anyway, to each his own. Oh, that popped into my hand, so we gotta take it. All right.
And the first card is the Knight of Swords. It's reversed.
Oh.
The next one is the Four of Wands. Four Spears, it says. And it's upright. And then the final card is the Six of Wands. And it's upright.
I like this. And here, let's toss this out there. So is the first one.
And the Lenormand has our moon.
I like where this is going.
And the lilies.
And let me explain why. So we have the Knight of Swords here in the beginning, right? That's what you said? Knight of Swords.
Yeah, that's the Knight. He's reversed.
The Knight of Swords reversed here could be indicating, Lena, now this is a 6-month spirit reading. And so Spirit is saying, just be careful of the choices you make, the decisions you make going forward. Don't move too fast. Don't expect things to happen too fast. But I feel like this is going to be a time of growth for you. We've got the Four of Wands here. Maybe not so much growth as building a foundation for the future. Perhaps you're able to finally put some money aside. Perhaps you're finally able to set down roots somewhere, whether it's at a better job or, whether it's within better financial conditions. I feel there's a lot of happiness and joy and growth in that card. You might be celebrating, but, then you've got the Six of Swords, right?
Wands.
Oh, Six of Wands. Spears are wands. Okay, got it. Six of Spears upright, which is actually what I thought it was at first. Which to me indicates you're on a good road. Building this foundation will ensure success, much better success. In other words, where you are now, 6 months from now, will show you to be in a better place. And right here, you've got the lily and the moon. And I want to add to this that the lily is saying that success, the moon, success will grow during this period. You'll just see it in incremental growth. So I think this is a time of good vibes for you financially.
There's a lot going on here, and I think that there's either pointing to something that promotes you in some way. So either there's a promotion in some sort of position you might have, or there's something that really advances the business situations you're working with. Now, that Knight of Swords, I'm wondering if this says that uncharacteristically you have to be a little bit more aggressive in certain ways to get there. But I feel like it's a working strategy because the Lenormand says this is about growing towards your success. And so I'm feeling like these other ideas of making the foundation secure or building it up and achieving recognition, I think it comes through being a little bit more aggressive than normally you are. That normally you might feel being overly assertive doesn't work in terms of your personality, but I think you may find this would help you in business. So you may have to gravitate to that. You may have to grow towards that, like the lilies. But I think the next 6 months will show some growth and maybe promotions or steps up.
With the moon and the Six of Wands here, I definitely feel very positive about this, Lena. So wishing you success. It looks like this next 6 months is going to be a good time for you. Yeah, very positive financially. So good luck with that. And just what I need, another deck, Violet. And oh, by the way, Violet, I just thought I'd mention to you, if you don't know already, it looks like they moved up the date to the Seasons of the Witch Mabon Oracle. I think it was supposed to come in July, and now we should be able to get it through Amazon by the end of June or sometime in June, which I didn't plan on. So I'll be looking for that because there's 2 other decks I wanted in June. Doggone it.
Okay, so Sonali has asked for a career perspective reading.
So yeah, you might want to check that out. I noticed that they said it was going to be available. So, career perspectives reading. All right, I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, they're still on my wish list there. I'm not going to order it yet, but that's definitely, I'm definitely going to collect that series of decks. Oh yeah, you can't go look at it now. You're here. Just kidding. You'll have to do that on your off time. All right. Let me see what I got. Career reading. Well, va va boom. We got the sun upright. Got the Page of Wands reversed. Gee, and we got the Knight of Pentacles reversed.
And then we had the letter and the clouds with the brighter side going towards the letter.
Well, as far as career goes, Sonali, it just seems as though things are still not moving completely in the right direction. Yet, we have the sun in this reading, and the sun, gosh, is just such a positive card. You know, it carries a lot of weight here. So I feel like there's true potential for success for you. But, you know, there may still be some missteps along the way. There still may be some disappointments along the way. Some delays or some struggle getting to where you want to be, both financially and career-wise. Because you've got the Wand card here and you've got a Pentacle card here reversed, you know. When I look at those two, I see there's some issues here. It may just be pointing to the fact that success may be here for you, but you may have some choices that you have to make. You know, maybe financial conditions in a certain job or being too, or in a certain area, looking at your financial compensation and stuff, maybe is, and having too high of expectations might be blocking you from success. Or maybe what's the deal? You're holding out because you're hoping you can make more. Or maybe you're just disappointed in the fact that the jobs that you're trying to aspire for, where you can make, you know, the money that you feel you deserve, are just not responding to you, or they're rejecting you right now. And it's causing some confusion. But I almost feel like the sun is here to say, you know, you just got to keep at it. Persevere. The sun is about vitality. The sun is about optimism. The sun is about hope. Go into these things with your best possible attitude and show that you are not, feeling desperate, but that you're feeling optimistic. And when you do that, you will impress others.
Yeah, you need to try hard to stay optimistic because it really feels like there's delays here that maybe are more on the bureaucratic level, i.e. the idea of an employer or somebody who might have a certain level of control over your job process. So I feel there's just things that are sort of beyond your control right now, Sonali, and so you just mostly have to try to keep your positive spirit. Conditions may change, but I don't see it happening very soon. I'm thinking it's happening more several weeks down the line at least, and that could be 4 to 6 weeks. But I feel like things could change at that time. Right now, I just sort of feel it could be the job market for what you're trying or what is out there for you. So try to stay positive and try to keep moving ahead. All right.
That's all you can do right now. And, it's really interesting to me, though. I've noticed already with some of the readings we've done that there's a lot more positive energy coming up in the cards. Even my material matters was not very negative overall. And, I can't help but think it's because the planets are shifting again. Mercury's going to be going direct. Jupiter is entering Taurus, which, for Taurians, that's a great thing. For those with a lot of Earth in their charts, that's a great thing as well. So, things may be starting to look up for people career-wise and in some other areas of their lives.
All right. So, Libra's up. And
Libra.
I think Libra left us a question. Which I don't see. Whoops, I guess I didn't copy the question. Violet, if you copy the question, that would be wonderful. I thought I copied it, but apparently I didn't.
She has it, she says. Give me a sec.
No problem.
It'll be your deck, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'm going to mix these up a bit. What are MJB's true feelings for me?
Oh, I remember that.
Maybe you want to use that deck again?
The final rose?
Yeah.
Okay. The final rose. Go right ahead. As you can see, we're busy, but if you drop your question, that's fine. And then we'll get to it when we get to it. You're probably going to be the last or next to the last is what it looks like.
Yeah.
You can just come back later and look for that. Hopefully that won't matter too much.
Oh, I should have announced it earlier, but we are not live streaming next Saturday for happy hour or next Sunday. So come in on Thursday next week if you want a reading. We're going to be reading live at a 2-day event, so we will not be available to live stream. It's the first time in a long time we've had to pass up a whole weekend.
Yeah, since about a year ago.
Yeah.
When we did this festival last year.
So, sorry about that, and I didn't mention it earlier.
Okay, so Libra, the true feelings. Well, we get an ace. We get the Ace of Swords. Fresh meat. Well, it's better than rotting meat, right? We get the Sun, Paradise. Ah, I'm getting fifis. And then we get, well, the Page of Swords, and it says the Gossip.
The meat is what again? Pentacles?
No, they're swords.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes sense. So
Pentacles are rings in this.
Yes, okay, gotcha. So, meat is swords. So, the Ace of Swords. And what is the middle one?
The Sun. Paradise. I got 2 tickets to
Well, but
paradise.
let's take a look at this.
Whip it good. There's another song for me to sing. The Moon. Moon River.
Well, this is interesting, Libra. I don't know if you're thinking they're moving too fast or moving too slow, or if there's another reason why the whip is here, with the moon, which often means romance. Was this a very fast developing romance, or
I thought MJB was somebody who's been around for a while.
Or I'm wondering, are there arguments in this relationship? Because sometimes the whip can talk about that there are disagreements, there are things that kind of pull you apart, and it would make you wonder what they truly are thinking about you. But when I look at some of these other cards here, these look pretty darn positive.
They're not so bad, yeah.
They're definitely not so bad. You've got the sun. You've got the sun, which means that they are thinking that you light up their life in some way. They feel a lot of positive energy when they're around you. A lot of times, it's a feel-good card for this kind of reading. The Ace of Swords may be here. The only thing I could think of here is maybe they feel that they've got a good thing with you, but maybe what's happening here is they're deciding right now where they want to take this. If they want to take this to a higher level or not. Maybe right now they're really trying to figure it out. And the Page of Mirrors, which is
Page of Swords.
Swords again. How does meat then fit into a mirror? Mirrors.
It's fresh meat. Not just meat.
Okay, that's why I was confused. All right, so with the Page of Swords here again, this to me seems that, they may be communicating something to you soon on where they stand. To me, it looks positive. But maybe there's just some things that need to be resolved, ironed out between the two of you.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe, there's a question here of who really wears the pants, so to speak, and I get the feeling like maybe,
power.
They're a little bit more assertive than you like. Maybe you want to be more the aggressive, assertive one. So I'm feeling that a little bit here, but that their intentions are mostly good and that they see this relationship as being strong and vital. It's fresh meat. It's red meat to them. The gossipy card there, the page, that just says that maybe gossip works both ways. Knowing gossip and spreading gossip can be two different things, so maybe that's just saying discretion, that maybe they don't want to necessarily be as forthcoming, but this is really what's on their mind, and maybe they're just waiting for something to happen to just sort of kick it into overdrive, the whip. It just waiting for something that makes them really feel like, okay, I am there. So I think that's what we have.
I just have to say, I wouldn't have thought of what he said there, but that makes a lot of sense to me too. Maybe there is some issues with power struggles going on, seeing the moon with the rod. I could almost see that. And so, with a lot of the sword energy here, even if they are positive, in their positive aspects, Libra, it just may indicate there are some challenges that need to be worked out in this relationship, some of the relationship dynamics. And you're asking specifically how they feel. And so I think that they feel for you a lot of good things, but they're struggling with some of the challenges the relationship presents to them, if that makes sense to you. So that's what we have. Good luck with that.
And Mr. Maurice is up and has asked the question too. Thank you.
All right. What's the question?
I got a scroll for that, but I know it's here.
Well, Violet probably has it.
Well, he just put it down there.
Oh.
Hi, and what does the card see for me in my current job in
Got
general?
It. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
do this one yet? All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of chuckling here because this cat has not flinched with me shuffling right next to his face.
So we are on Thursday night, as Banshee mentioned. We won't be here Sunday or this weekend. Our recorded shows will take place, of course. I think it's just the material matters. How interesting.
Well, okay, we have the Five of Wands reversed. It's another 5, but it's the Hierophant reversed. Boy, everything's reversed here. And it's the Six of Pentacles reversed. Ah.
In the Lenormand, I have repeats, but they're in reversed order. I have the clouds.
Uh-oh.
And the dark side leads towards the letter. Okay.
Well, Mr. M, the current job situation, I get really here, I get the feeling that you feel changes are necessary, that something's got to give, something's got to change, in order to find the harmony or the compensation you feel you deserve, or the respect. Something's out of balance here with the Six of Pentacles reversed. So when you asked what's coming in your current job, and that's what I see here, a sense of feeling like something's wrong, something's out of balance, and it better change. I need to find a way to change this up somehow. And that Five of Wands there reversed almost looks like you're ready to throw in the towel. Whether it's something you've been fighting a while and you realize you're getting nowhere, whether it's just the job in general and you feel like nothing new is happening there, that you're maybe thinking about, potentially moving on or walking away from some situation, whether it's, transferring in the company to some other spot or whatever the case may be. And here with the letter and the clouds, I almost indicate that maybe some news that you receive or some email, some news that you receive might precipitate that, might make you feel even more gloomy about this.
Yeah, I don't feel these are really great cards for the near general future, and it does feel like you really want to shake it up, but you don't have the ability to. Things are just kind of stymied for you right now. Or it may actually be too that maybe, there's something going around that makes you feel you do have to suppress parts of yourself in terms of wanting to change, like you can't act out too much because there may be a supervisor around or whatever is going on there. So I do feel that these things are a catalyst for you to really mostly feel like, it's time to really try to change if you can, but it may feel like it draws you towards something really dramatic. And, once you're a little bit older and invested in a career, you don't want to take really huge leaps of faith. It's hard to do that. None of us can really do that, even younger people, because of the state of the economy. But I do feel like there's something coming in a letter that maybe will possibly make you feel more sure about this one way or the other, to either hang tight and just hope for the best, or to really try to figure out where you can push yourself.
Yeah, I'm not sure the letter is going to clear things up per se, because those dark clouds are facing the letter, but I feel that, this will just feed into this sense and this feeling that something has to change. I need to change things up somehow and walk away from something. Okay, so maybe there are certain expectations on your present job that just aren't being met. And it doesn't look like maybe they ever will. So, do you have to change your attitudes about it and just accept it? Or, if you've been fighting it? Or do you have to say, no, I need to change it up and I need to move, around it somehow?
Well, the fives are energy cards, and
Yes.
therefore they're about, the possibilities of change. So I do feel that the Five of Wands shows, you probably have reached that network point, I've had enough and I'm not going to take it anymore. Whether that really translates into what is realistically action for you to do, I don't know, but I feel like that's really, and maybe you already feel that way, you can't take anymore, you don't want to take anymore, but you have to deal with things that the way that they are. So
that's what we have for you.
We're sorry we don't have better news.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right.
You're welcome.
All right, Ariana mentioned something above about Subway. You guys, a lot about Subway. Thinking about asking another Subway career-related question. Okay, well, ask away. It's all right, Ariana.
No, Flower Beauty. You're towards the end and we're sort of slow.
Oh, no, Ariana's after... Flower Beauty's just 2 people away.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you didn't miss your turn, but we are still sort of slow.
Just 2 away, Flower Beauty.
No, you didn't miss it. Honest.
And it's only 3:05, and actually, we've been doing pretty good, Mr. O.
We're still slow.
8. We're almost halfway through the list, so...
Okay, we're not that slow.
Because we took time in the beginning, and we started later because of me and my Mother's Day gifts.
Uh-huh. So do we have the question from Ariana?
Ariana, we need that question now.
You need it
Please.
now.
Or I will put you at the end of the list.
No, don't let that
will.
happen. Don't let that happen. And she will. Did Violet have a question?
Well, and Ariana was here not that long ago where she posted that. So hopefully
I know.
she didn't go
Well,
away.
then can't we just scroll to it?
It was not a question. She said she was thinking of asking one again.
Okay. I see it there.
That's right, Violet. Go ahead.
No! Don't do it.
Do it.
I have a countdown too.
Last chance, Ariana. Say that you're here now.
When will I walk off the set? Okay.
Well, when is up? I'm going to move here. Put Ariana at the end of the list because I'm sure she'll be back. But I cannot.
Is this the part of the show where everybody keeps getting pushed to the end because they're not here?
Well, but we don't add. I think either we're at our max, right, or 1 away. We have 1 more person we could have added. I think.
Oh, well, I'll just talk about something else. Like maybe... No, I can't. Oh, for goodness
General
sake.
guidance. Okay.
Mr. O's feeling really tired right now. Sorry.
When will I walk off this set? All right, Mr. O, we have a question, so what are you waiting for?
I don't know. You're the big tarot reader. What am I waiting for, Banshee?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Tell me, what am I waiting for? I want to know. I can't take that yet.
You're spending too much time on that. That's why I pulled the garden for you. Social media. Fraternizing with our tribe.
He who mock Buddha.
I pulled... Sheesh. Go
What
on.
did you do? Okay, so we have the Four of Wands reversed. And then we have the Knight of Swords upright.
Thank you, Flower Beauty.
But when we're bad, we're even better.
We're even better.
Ace of Cups reversed.
Hmm.
Okay, what you got?
And that was general guidance. Okay, well, this letter keeps popping up a lot. And lo and behold, here's the garden again. And I swear I swished it around.
Likely story.
I did.
Four of Wands reversed. Knight of Swords upright. Ace of Cups reversed. General guidance or work guidance?
General guidance.
All right.
Well, it's interesting. I feel here that, I don't know what I feel here.
I wonder if you're moving towards something where maybe you have to be a little bit more assertive or a little bit more brave, and it may be something about bringing a certain sense of happiness into your home or accommodating somebody. I'm almost wondering if maybe you have to make room for somebody else in your life, not necessarily physically like they're going to come and live with you, but maybe something like that. Maybe you have to just open up mental horizons even to accommodate something, and it's going to draw a sense of need out of you, like you really have to be kind of really forceful or assertive about doing this. But I feel like it strengthens you to some degree, and maybe it's helping somebody else that needs help.
I almost think this is in your personal or social life for some reason here. Well, because first off, the Four of Wands could be about home life or simple pleasures in life when it's reversed. The Four of Wands is never really a bad card. And I almost feel here that there may be a push right now to... Oh, I can't believe I lost my train of thought on this. But at any rate, let me start with the Ace of Cups, because I think I want to start there. There is something that is not making you happy right now. And I know where I was going to go with it. Yes, I did want to start here. There is something right now in your life that is not making you happy. And maybe you're just, things are okay, but you're kind of, wanting things above and beyond the status quo. The simple pleasures in life, or the things that you might be surrounding yourself, or maybe the things you have built up in your life right now, whether it is business or whether it is interpersonal related, don't seem to be fulfilling enough for you, It's possible here that you want something more. You're longing for something else, and you just really have to now pursue it. I feel the Knight of Wands or Swords in this case is about pursuit. The Knight is a fast-moving knight in this tarot, and sometimes, I don't say it enough, but in this case I feel this is the time to go for it. This is the time to go for whatever it is you really want to pursue that will turn this around, that will make you feel more fulfilled and happy. I mean, you might be in an okay place right now, but it's not feeling like it's enough for you, and you want something more. And so here I feel with the garden and the letter here, accept invitations. If you're looking for jobs, you might actually get an offer from somebody, and it might say to accept that, or to send letters out now if this is it, if your career is feeling unfulfilling to you. Whatever it is, get out there and connect with others in order to find the happiness that you seek.
And it may be, too, that just in general, the guidance is going to come from people like us, or people in general who through social media or through social connections of any sort, whether it's the internet or not, that you will get this guidance, but it will probably just sort of leave you where you're at. It'll sort of reinforce what you may already been feeling here. Some change is coming, and you're just going to need to be more assertive about accommodating it, I think. All right.
Hey, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck with them.
We've got a question from Flower Beauty already, and thank you, follower, again for saying that. That was very nice.
Yes,
What should I
thank
do
you.
to have a stable co-relationship with somebody? What should you do? That's a good question. All right.
You're on the Lenormand.
Oh, I thought you just used your deck.
Oh, you're right.
I know. But
Wait,
I'm glad you did that because
I thought I pulled the Lenormand. No,
No, I pulled the garden, remember?
you did.
Yeah.
I'm losing it. I need
He
a
is.
vacation.
He is. You're welcome, Ron. I hope that resonated.
All right, we have that flower.
Oh. One more shuffle. These cards shuffle really nicely, too. I have to say. All right.
I love the colors. I really do. So nice. Pretty orange. It's funny
Oh,
because
you'll love this one, and so will you. It's the Ace of Pentacles upright. Woohoo!
looks like a diamond.
It's the Eight of Cups upright.
Oh, I like that. It calls to me.
Wow, all these cards fell just the way I feel they needed to. It's the Devil, but it's reversed.
So what would you say about this then? There's the Rider and the Sun.
Getting a move on will really help.
Yes.
Let's just say
This
that.
is very cool.
Holy moly, Flower Beauty.
Beauty.
So, what should you do to have a stable, committed relationship with somebody compatible? Well, number one, when I look at cards like this here in particular, I would just say don't settle. Go for what you feel is what truly will fulfill you, what truly will meet your needs, what truly will make you happy. Not just with physicality, not just with appearances, but the entire package. I mean, it just means to really be, selective. Go on this journey of seeking somebody truly compatible with you. And, be willing to plant some seeds. In other words, you have to go out there and make yourself available. You have to go out there and initiate possibly some of this by putting yourself out there to places where you can attract the beautiful relationship you want. Is it on the beach somewhere? Is it in a bar? Is it at church? Maybe. Is it at an educational events or whatever? Put yourself in places that will make that possible. Set your spirit free from thinking, also that this is all on you, though. All you need to do is open yourself up to the potential and put yourself in the right places to find that person. And right here, success is there for you if you move yourself in the right direction.
I really like this reading too.
Yeah.
And I like pulling those for the Lenormand, the Sun, and the Rider. I just sort of feel this is a good way of saying you need to orient yourself towards the light. But I was really drawn to the Devil Reverse because a lot of times I feel the Devil Reverse talks about, all of us are possible codependent ideas about relationships, that this is saying lose that stuff, or this is saying that in your process towards finding that, you figure out what your triggers are, what makes you codependent, or what draws you to other people who use your codependence. It's a two-way street. People usually find that out. Even though this isn't the Ace of Cups, I love it being like a diamond there because, after all, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
And diamonds are forever.
Forever. And so I think this is saying really, look for the forever relationship. And, those things aren't necessarily real except in fairy tales, but we do what we can. We always go into a relationship thinking this is the one. So that's the attitude you need to have, to be rock firm, solid as a rock. Ace of Pentacles.
Solid as a diamond.
Solid as a diamond, that you are going to move that path, defeat your own codependencies or avoid those who want to ensnare you in theirs. Use the light to move towards what you want.
The other thing
I know it's a little platitudinous.
The other thing is, right, make sure, I like when the devil's reversed because it talks about liberation and freedom. The one thing you need to do in a relationship is to be able to maintain your autonomy, your sense of self, your sense of goals and purpose in life. Don't sell them out to others for the perfect relationship, because guess what? It's not so perfect if you have to do that. So I think Mr. O is onto something there with giving you some solid advice about being a co-partner. That's really crucial and important. But I'll tell you what, I have to say here, just looking at this, it looks like you're moving towards something. I mean, it looks very positive here. That some new beginning might be coming towards you. So don't be surprised if doors don't start opening for you. But make sure you put yourself out there.
I didn't make this up.
Did you pull the bottom card in my deck?
Yes. When she said that just now, I think something's coming towards you. I said, I want to pull the bottom card, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. So take a spin, take a ride.
Well, that's fate, destiny, and the other. What was I just saying to you? Put yourself in the right place at the right time, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. So, holy moly, good luck with that.
You are a beauty, flower beauty.
Good luck with that, flower beauty. And yes, Ariana, hey, we got to do what we've got to do. I know life happens sometimes, but
So if you want to leave your question and then come back or hang it out, we will have you. I think you're going to be our last or next to last.
Well, Violet's usually the last, so you'll be right before her. All right. But anyway, let's move on to Hermit Goddess now.
Who wanted a general reading. Good luck, flower.
Oh, general reading? Okay, that's your deck this time.
I know. I'm looking at the decks, and I'm going to take one I haven't used yet. You're welcome. Good luck. I hope that resonated. I'm using the Tarot of the Northern Shadows. Sunny is semi-conscious, right?
He actually had his eyes closed there.
Oh, and he shivered a little bit when I...
Yeah, he had a cranky look there when you did that, I want to say.
And now his hair is fine.
He says, now I take
the last card was the Wheel of Fortune. That was the one I pulled off of the end, off of the bottom.
It's fate and destiny and being at the right place at the right time, which is basically what we were saying.
Lots of love to you, too. You're welcome.
Sleepy boy. Sleepy boy.
All right, Hermit Goddess Tarot. First one. Whoops.
What is it?
Two of discs.
Oh.
Flapjacks. Next one, the devil.
Upright. Uh-oh.
He's a little bit ugly.
Little bit.
And then Page of Wands, Page of Rods, upright. So they're all upright. That's nice. Maybe except for the devil. General reading. Oh, wait, you got something. Okay, the bouquet and the birds.
Ah.
The birds, the bees.
And that's what again? The Page of Rods?
Yes.
Got it. Wow. Well. Well, I'll tell you what. The Two of Pentacles is here, and that's about balance and trying to maintain some some order amidst maybe some chaos in your life at this time, you know? Maybe you feel a bit overwhelmed, or I don't know. It's actually not about that when it's upright. It's really a fact of you are maintaining some balance right now. But, you know, you kind of feel like you're teetering on the brink of something here, whether it's hard for you to maintain financial balance, whether it's hard to maintain work-life balance, whether it's hard to maintain balance in your career just in general. I think the devil is here to say, don't obsess too much over this. Don't get too wrapped up in this whole idea that, you know, everything has to be just so in life. Sometimes things get a little messy. Sometimes we have to kind of do that. And the reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking right over here at the Page of Wands, and I'm thinking to myself, oh boy, it looks like you have a lot on your plate right now, that maybe you got a little struggle going on. The devil's saying, well, you better not obsess too much about this, because there's a new opportunity that may be coming your way. And you may not want to miss out on this one. There's some good news, a new opportunity, whether this is in relationships, whether this is in career. That all looks very, very positive right now. And it looks to me like some message, some gift, some joy, some happiness is going to come through connecting with others in some way. This almost really does sound like in your personal life. What do you say, Mr. O?
Well, I think that the main concern in the general reading is that maybe you are overly concerned, or maybe a little bit obsessed with where your material life is right now. Not material in terms of maybe your career or your employment, though that could be a factor, but maybe also too just how things are balancing out. You know, it may feel like you don't always have exactly what you need material-wise or in a sense of security, but over worrying about it, and I don't know what over worrying is. Maybe your worries are totally legitimate or able to be rationalized. The Devil card is suggesting that there is concern about how much that is going on there, but it may be also saying too that you can free yourself if you focus elsewise. And this is about a message that's coming to you, I think. This is about saying an opportunity, a communication of some sort, and maybe I feel it's connected to what's below here, the birds and the bouquet, that maybe there is something that will kind of change your picture a little bit. I don't think it's a super big change, but I think it's enough of a change to where it allows you some breathing space, and maybe you feel like to some degree your faith in humanity is reaffirmed, and maybe you don't feel that everything is so pointed against you. You may also be feeling like there are too many challenges against you.
Well, you know, it's really interesting to me, Hermit Goddess, is I don't know if you're looking for love at this time, but I do have to say I do see a little bit of a vibe here with the Page of Wands, that, you know, there could be an invitation, there could be a relationship on the horizon, and it's possible here the devil is saying this could really pull you in. You could have a real heavy attraction or an infatuation here, almost to the point of being obsessed. And it could throw you off your game a little bit here. It might cause a little bit of imbalance or chaos in your lives. But, you know, sometimes chaos can be a good thing, you know, just so long as you don't allow it to overwhelm you to too big a degree. And I hope the reason I'm going back to that is because of this here, because this connection here, it looks like there's a gift or something really joyful here. It's almost like it's an invitation.
Well, I almost feel like, you know, Banshee's right here. There is this opportunity, and I'm wondering if it's just somebody who maybe is struggling with their own sense of being alone too, and so they're giving you gifts, or they're chatting you up, as they say, or they're really trying to come across to you. And I think this is just saying, to some degree, you need to work it out in perspective, that maybe it's an okay relationship, but you might want to really take your time exploring it.
So look for new opportunities, either in business or relationship that's coming your way. That's the best I can see right now generally for you. Good luck with that.
All right, Hermit.
Jagdeep is up.
And Jagdeep asked about when Hermione sees him, what thoughts come into their mind?
All right. And let's see, I used that one. Go back to this one.
All right. Go ahead and violate those burritos, Violet. We'll hold the fort.
Judgment. That's interesting when you're asking what thoughts come to mind. Oh. The High Priestess. We can have major arcanas in a row again. I swear I mixed these decks up. But these are... High Priestess came up before. Now we've got the Hanged Man.
I think we can add you.
Yeah, you would be the last person.
You're our last person.
Karishma. We will add Karishma, and the list is closed. It's a little late in the game, but we'll just add Karishma because I did say we'd go that far.
Yes, we did. We were waiting for our last person, and you are it.
All right. So, Ariana, you will be before Karishma when we read at the end. Okay.
You're welcome.
I just got booted out. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
Are we still live? Not playing.
I seem to be live.
That was weird.
Maybe you just hit the wrong button.
I didn't touch anything. It just popped up.
You just went out of your window, that's all.
Well, I didn't do it because I didn't touch anything there.
Whatever you say, dear.
I know what I did. Okay. Well, at any rate, what we have for Jagdeep is interesting indeed. So what Himani feels. Himani has deep thoughts. Now, I don't know if they're very good thoughts, but they're deep thoughts. And I don't know that they're very bad thoughts either necessarily, Jagdeep. The High Priestess is here, and Himani feels she's going with her guts when she looks at how she feels about you. And she has strong feelings one way or another about you. But you know what? I feel like with the Hanged Man there, not much is changing in that regard. You know what I mean? It doesn't change her mind. She's still hung up or static where she is right now.
Well, the interesting thing, of course, is that the Hanged Man is a corollary to this balance act over here with Anubis and Judgment.
It's true.
And so I wonder if that's just saying that this is really a pause where there may be feelings, but it's not necessarily really clear what those feelings are. I don't know that I can tell you exactly. I sort of feel like she is suspended.
Yes, she's suspended in thinking about you, So does that mean maybe she's not? But from what I'm seeing here, or maybe they're not, from what I'm seeing here, the High Priestess indicates that they're very deep thoughts. They feel like they've given this a lot of consideration and thought. And with Judgment can have a critical kind of harsh edge to things, Like maybe they feel things have worked out as karma dictates they should. I'm just going to put it that way. And I look here and I feel like
she's going through a process of resolving this, and it's an evolving process. Right now, she may be moving to less confused or less cloudiness over that, but it may take a while yet.
Well, I'm wondering if in this case, the lilies in particular doesn't tie into the Hanged Man in some way. And maybe during this time of suspension where she's just kind of in between things with her thoughts, that she is coming up with truly a better perspective on things. She's trying to clarify how, whether she truly is right in the way she feels. I don't know, but this is very strong cards here. I almost feel like she feels in her mind she's right, but yet she hasn't totally made that decision, right?
Well, to some degree, the presence of judgment there says that Hermione seeks to be on the better side of all of this, on the right side. And so some of this is aligning her feelings with what her sense of ethics or moral goodness might be too. So this may take a while, as I said. So I sort of feel like the verdict is out, but it's sort of moving more in your direction than not.
I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
I'm not going to say that because I'm unclear. The clouds are here, which often says, too, that this is like right confusion. Now, Jack Deeb, a period of uncertainty, especially with the Hanged Man here. I feel her feelings are deep, but I don't necessarily see love here. However, to Mr. O's credit here, judgment can be about a reawakening or a rebirth. Is she having reawakened, or is this person having reawakened feelings for you? Is it possible? I can't rule that out either. I just think this is a real period of uncertainty. I wish I could be more specific, but the cards aren't letting me.
We'll have to try it again sometime.
Absolutely.
All right.
This is a very dynamic reading, though. When you get 3 major arcana cards, that's powerful. And so we have to really respect the message that right now the cards are saying she's suspended in her thoughts. Maybe right now there are other matters in her life that are giving her more thought than she's giving towards you right now in that situation. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
And we are now on K-Net, and I don't know if K-Net left us a question or not. I think they might have, but I'm going to have to scroll around and see if I can find it. K-Net, if you're here, can you go ahead and give us your question again? And I'm just going to look for it.
Well, he could be right. It could be coconut flavored. Have you seen anybody, what the verdict is on this? Has anybody?
I told you that I went to a Coke site and they indicated that a supplier site, so that was their own company message.
Oh, okay.
That it was coconut, but they might have also indicated some other flavors too in another post I saw. Just being general, like, oh, it's something for everyone.
They're just trying to muddy the waters.
Muddy the waters. But I did see something that suggested it was coconut. So I don't see K-Net's question.
K-Net, are you here?
We're going to give you a moment, but we may have to boot it if you're not here. In the meantime, I'm going to mention that Banshee's show was really tight this morning, and she's already gotten a number of hits on it. So you might want to check it out because there's really good financial information. Lately her shows have been really on target. She's been getting a lot more hits than normal. So that was on this morning. You can view that anytime on our YouTube channel.
We're very grateful that our Where Does It Hurt show has done so well this week also. We thought those readings were very interesting this week. We'll be doing that in another month when the moon hits its 4th quarter.
Hi, Jagdeep. And you know what? We always say tarot is a snapshot in time. And that nothing in tarot is an absolute 100%. Things are always a little bit variable.
I like what you said there, though, that, before summer ends, maybe she's still lost in thought about this. So, hey, hang in there.
Couple months.
Yeah. There is a potential here. I feel it a little bit. I'm maybe not as confident as Mr. O, but I can't rule it out with the cards we've seen there.
Thank you, Karishma. That's a very nice compliment. Thank you. And I think we're going to move on from Kay and that because they have not shown back up again. So,
appreciate that.
So I think that means that Connie is next. And Connie had asked us a question for either general reading.
Yep, Connie is up.
General reading for Connie. All right. So is that my deck? Or did I use my deck? Do you remember? It was your cards.
I used Where Does It Hurt, I think, correct? I think so. Wow. Just slam my tiles down.
Okay, a general reading for Connie, and I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot again. And thanks, Connie. I hope you're still hanging out there, but by putting your question there, it means we will do it in the order we got it.
I like red. Red is my color, but I really seem to lack a lot of red clothes lately. I don't know why. So maybe I outgrew some. So I think I have to reconnect with the red, my Aries red color.
I'm wearing my characteristic dark wine burgundy raspberry kind of color. I like black and dark colors. I like dark greens, emerald greens.
Yeah, and green. I either like red or green. Green seems to be a color that stands out for me a lot lately.
Okay, Connie, your first card is the Two of Cups, which is upright. Then we have Death, which is reversed. And this card has not come up a whole lot from this deck. I don't remember seeing it. And then the High Priestess. Talk about a deep dive, eh? And that's upright. So all your cards are upright. That's
this
kind
is
of
a
nice.
very... Oh, Death is upright? Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was
Upright.
reversed.
Nope.
That's good.
Upright.
It's upright.
Upright. And there's the Gentleman, or any person, perhaps, and the Sith. So as the general reading goes, the Two of Cups says maybe this is about a relationship, or maybe this is about something that you feel a lot of harmony and trust about, you know, a situation you are bonding with. If it's not a person, it could be a situation. It could be a collaboration of people. The High Priestess literally looks like a deep dive. And Death, of course, is usually about a great change. We see a scorpion stinger back there, meaning that sometimes change is accompanied with pain, but usually you end up being on a better side of it. So what does this mean? Well, it may...
Especially with the Lenormand, trying to figure it out.
Well, it may mean that this is about, you know, like I said, either a relationship or something that's really important to you on a heart level. And you may find that there are things changing so dramatically that maybe you have to reconsider what the truth is in this situation. If it's about a relationship, maybe you have to really consider either the depth of your own feelings or their feelings. Like maybe this is at a point where the relationship could possibly be challenged and change a lot unless something is understood or embraced at some point. But if it's about something else, it's the same thing. Either way, that there may be something that really has to change, and you may have to really dig in deep to understand what that means or whether or not you should really do that.
This is so interesting. I mean, if I didn't have to look at the Lenormand, I'd be much happier. But I'm not sure really how the Lenormand fits in. I'm going to give that some thought. You know, the Two of Cups here, if you are involved in a relationship, yes, I think it's going to undergo some changes, some transformations. But I almost feel that these changes or transformations could bring you closer to somebody, that there's more of a connection, there's more love here.
Good point.
There's something here that is developing. And, you know, if there is no relationship right now, I would say that whether it's a love relationship, and remember, a lot of times we don't look at this card in the more friendship sense, but that's there too. I almost feel like you could be connecting with somebody that you really feel connected to on that deep High Priestess level. In other words, whether this is friend, whether this is a lover or a partner, you are connected psychically to one another. You know, you can almost read each other's thoughts. You're in sync in a real uncanny sort of way. That's what I was picking up when I saw this whole thing here. And that, you know, this could be really a major change or a major shakeup for you if this is something new. Maybe you haven't experienced something with quite this depth before.
I'm sorry, our list is closed, Sam. We can't actually add you.
Sorry
I'm really
about
sorry.
that.
If you're able to, come back on Thursday. We are back again Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't be here next week at this time because we'll be doing a live event somewhere. So, you know, if you can come back Thursday evening and get here early, we can read for you. We had to close the list already.
Yeah, we're actually in our final 20 minutes here.
So,
I was going to say, though, that this is really interesting because the scythe, death carries a scythe.
I know.
And, of course, the gentleman, you know, so...
Yeah, and so I was kind of struck by this and saying, what does this mean? I think what this means is that maybe...
Yes, Thursday the 18th. We're always on Thursdays, pretty much.
Maybe this is a time, Connie, for you to cut away from things that might be, okay, like for example here, if the relationship is meant to go deeper, if it's a present relationship, this could be, you need to cut away from the things that are keeping you from developing closer ties. Are there little petty things or disagreements that you don't see eye to eye on? It's time to just decide, you know, we can agree to disagree. We can still make this work besides that, and we should keep moving forward. If it's something new, what I would say is cut out the distractions. Cut out the people in your life that could interfere with this. I really think this connection, if you haven't made a connection like this already, is coming to you, and it is going to be something very worthwhile. You know, not something we see very often. I mean, Mr. O and I, you know, we had that kind of click that we both had problems explaining it, you know, how we could just sense what the others were feeling, how we would be calling each other at the same time.
Put down that knife, Banshee.
You know, how we would say things that we were thinking at the same moment to each other. It was like uncanny. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about here, you know, that kind of uncanny thing. And I've had that kind of relationship with friends of mine too, you know. This is a very empathic, very feeling kind of connection I'm feeling here. So I'm really going out on a limb on this one, Connie, so...
Well, I hope you appreciate that. For me, those final two Lenormands are a little bit sketchy.
A little bit.
I felt the scythe, you know, was just sort of a reminder of change coming, because I think that's really the big thing here, is change is coming, and it may be about a relationship you're in or about one you soon may be in. But it's clarifying.
Well, and since the scythe is not pointing to this gentleman here, I'm going to assume what it is saying is cut out the things in your life that would interfere, maybe even would interfere with you meeting this person, if it is a romantic relationship.
All right, so that's what we have.
Good luck with that. Whoa.
That was a pretty cool reading. All right, so...
I feel the heat after that one. All right, hey,
yes,
Sam,
and we're sorry we couldn't take
Sam?
you, Setianda, but we are back next Thursday. I know Violet explains our list is closed. Thank you. So
All
it's
right.
your deck.
It is my deck.
And it's Siama. And asked current feelings for Jobin.
All right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, Moonlight. Thanks. I like that deck. The color palette's like a sort of a moodier kind of tones, but I love the drawings on them. Some of them are just really so cool.
Mr. O has some cool, awesome decks as well.
So do you. You're welcome, Connie. I really do hope that resonated a little bit for you. And just a reminder, if you're in Detroit area, we're going to be at the Detroit Hoodoo Fest 3rd annual next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, reading cards at their day-long emporium. So that's in Southfield, Michigan. Check it out. I'm sure we'll have a little data out there later.
Reading cards and selling some slightly used decks and some books that we no longer need anymore in the household. So hopefully all will go well at this event. What card is that? Was
That's
that
the Ten of Cups reversed.
Oh,
The Page of Wands upright.
that's a beautiful card. Fiery.
And the Five of Pentacles reversed. Over in Lenormand, we have the Lady and the Snake.
Current feelings for Jobin.
Yeah. And I don't
So
remember.
this is about Jobin's feelings? Or is it your feelings for them? I think it's the current feelings that Jobin is feeling, right?
I believe that's it. I think I
Yeah.
saw it earlier, but I didn't remember it.
So were there some problems? I sense here there may have been some possible issues or problems, or maybe they're concerned about the future of this union in some way, with the Ten of Cups reversed here at the very start. But I want to say here, this is kind of hopeful to me, actually. I want to say, Siama, because I see the Page of Wands here. And the Page of Wands could indicate to me that maybe Jobin is interested or looking for a fresh start. I would assume that could be, in their feelings. The Five of Pentacles is reversed here, which makes me feel that I wonder if they're a little bit concerned about whether things can truly heal. Maybe they want to look for a way to heal and mend things, but they really aren't sure how. And I don't know if they feel that maybe they have deceived you in some way, and that's maybe what's at the crux of things here, that there was a betrayal or a deception of some sort. Or maybe they're concerned that your feelings, or this other person's feelings are not true. What do you think?
Right. I sort of get the feeling like maybe this is a situation where they realize that maybe they weren't exactly fair, nice, kind, etc. towards you or towards, whoever we're talking about. Maybe even the fact that they deceived them. But of course, that doesn't mean that there was an intentional deceit. It could be that maybe they didn't understand themselves in a way and their feelings here. And maybe it's possible that that has changed, because that's the Five of Cups sort of saying, coming back in with a sense of understanding. Whereas the Ten of Cups, which started us, was reversed and maybe indicated that they didn't feel like things were solid or something like that. Or maybe that's where they understand the current feeling now is that there is sort of a shaky, unfirm ground, but they hope to be bringing light or a better message here. And that idea is that maybe they feel they have changed, they have a different understanding. They may be acknowledging that they didn't present themselves well in the past, and hopefully things could change.
Bam, Mr. O, that was really well done.
Well, I thought you laid the ground for that.
I did, but you just pretty much defined it nicely there. I like that.
You
And,
helped.
this Page of Wands is a really nice representation here. There's that spark, that willingness to maybe want to rekindle something.
You'll have to let us know.
You'll have to let us know. I mean, I see a lot of hope for that here, but the Five of Pentacles does, even in its reverse state, it's not a total happy card. It indicates, there's going to be, there would need to be some work done here, and this person really has to want to heal, want that healing in order to rekindle this. But I feel it's possible, you know? So I wish you luck with that.
Good luck. I hope that was resonant. All right, so we're on... I don't know.
Preeti, I think.
Preeti, that's
I
right.
think.
I think it is Preeti. I think you're right.
It is. Yep.
You're welcome, Siama.
Very welcome.
Have a good day. Do we have a question from Preeti?
I'm not sure.
What's coming towards me in love? Okay, thank you,
Oh,
Violet.
there. Okay, thank you, Violet.
And I'm going to use my Tarot of the Animal Lords for Preeti's question. Thank you, Preeti. Got it.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience today.
Oh, we've been really going through the list well. We're not even in overtime yet.
I know. We try to deliver, a premium reading for everybody. We do tend to kind of get involved in the readings, as you can tell. So, Preeti, here are your cards. You have the reversed Judgment. You also have the Emperor, which is upright. I like the Emperor. He sort of looks like Vincent from Beauty and the Beast. TV show in America. And Eight of Wands reverse.
Ooh.
And you? First
Yeah.
was House. And then Bees. So I'm going to start off with saying, and that's, of course, an alligator on the Judgment card, that I'm wondering if some of this is a reconsideration on your part from maybe moving away from either another relationship or just sort of a lack of relationships in your life of the romantic sort. The Judgment card reverse could be saying that maybe you were focused on other things than a relationship. Maybe you were focused on your career, or maybe you were focused on other aspects of your life. So this could be a predictor saying that this is what you need to still do, that maybe you need to focus on some other things that need completion in your life. The Emperor upright says a lot of your life could be under control, but maybe there's more you can do with the help of others. Emperors are able to delegate to people and possibly gain the cooperation of people who are assistants or helpers. That's just in a general metaphoric sense. But the Eight of Wands is indicating that you don't really seem to have a target to move towards, or there is some sort of energy that's not there yet. And so I'm getting the feeling that nothing is happening right now because maybe you're focused in somewhere else and you need to focus on being accessible emotionally to others.
The Eight of Wands, what's coming towards you in love is like, I almost feel like it's all over the place with the Eight of Wands there right now. That maybe, you need to just exert your own a little bit more, be a little bit more assertive, be a little bit more controlled in your approach to finding romance in your life right now. It's almost as if I think that's what the necessary ingredients are here. With Judgment reversed, I almost wonder if this is a little bit of an indictment of yourself here, in that you might be being a little bit hard on yourself right now. And maybe Preeti feeling that you aren't deserving, or maybe you'll never get love in your life, or the true love you're seeking in your life, you're undeserving, or maybe that you missed opportunities in the past and that life may be passing you by. I don't think it's true. I think here that You just need to focus more on this. You just need to focus more of your attention on it and really assert yourself more out there. Make it clear, I'm here looking for Mr. Ms. Right. You know, I'm here looking for someone. And with the birds here and the house, I feel here that, you know, sometimes in our home, you know, we're very safe and secure. And maybe what this is saying here is, you know, maybe we're being a little bit too overprotective of ourselves when it comes to love and romance. Maybe you have to loosen up a bit. Maybe you have to get out there and try to connect with more people. Because the house is about safety and security. And I'm just sensing here, maybe a little bit with this Judgment card, that, and maybe a little bit with that 8 of Wands too, that you need to really get out of your comfort zone a little bit and assert yourself more if you want to attract the love in your life that you desire.
You know why I like that? Because I did say that maybe there was like some sort of non-focus here. But what I've just noticed is that there's birds in 3 of these pictures. This is kind of
Oh
like
my
a bird,
gosh.
anthropomorphic.
Well, and
there's
they're
a bird
flying there too, so yeah.
I get the feeling this is sort of a ringing home message that it is more on your part to push yourself out there a little bit. But in the final analysis, I think love comes to you where you're at, whether that's your physical home or, you know, wherever you're at, because you are able to kind of extend your power. The Emperor especially kind of shows it. I said it was talking about other people that can do things for you, but I think it's also a statement on your own ability to extend your power, and that would be the power of trying to be forward in love.
I like that.
So that's what we have for you, Preeti.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. All right, I think we are on Oluwatoyin.
And they did leave us a question. I might have to scroll to find that.
Ink on myself. All right.
Oh, there it is. They've been in a stagnant position and they're asking what's next for them. And of course, the stagnant position could pertain to a lot of things. It could be, you know, a stagnant position at work, but it could just be about in general in life, like you just sort of feel nothing is really moving in life in a way. So we're going to kind of probably go from it from that perspective, you know, the overall idea.
Oh, yeah.
I want a burrito to violate.
We talked about going out to eat. We didn't make reservations, and on Mother's Day it's just pretty crazy. I'd be happy with just a Detroit-style pizza.
Well, I guess you're not going to be happy then.
I figured as much. Well, we do have to film a show tonight, Mr. O.
Oh.
All right. It's the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Speaking of slow and not moving, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's the Nine of Cups reversed. It's like Reverse-a-Palooza here, and it's another Knight reversed. It's the Knight of Swords.
And it looks like some better views are here in the Lenormand. There's the stars and the birds.
Are you kidding me? What is with the birds? You know what? The birds are all about opening lines of communication in a way, chatter, gossip, and Mercury's going direct. Maybe that's why we're getting all these birds today. It's crazy sometimes how that works out.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
It's for the birds. But anyway, let's take a look at things here. Let's see what's going on. You know, I don't think this is going to be easy, Oluwatoyin, to break through what it is you need to do here, because right now that Knight of Pentacles just say the energies maybe around you right now are sluggish and slow. It's no wonder you feel like you're stuck or that things aren't moving for you, because it's right here. It is saying that things are not moving for you right now. And the Nine of Cups here indicates to me that there's a desire for something that you still feel is out of reach for you. That you're not obtaining what you really had hoped for or what you desire. And that could be feeding this as well. It's possible here that once you can let go of this sense of defeat or an inability to achieve what you've wanted, you can finally maybe move forward with your life. But you have to make that choice. You can either hold on to disappointments or this sense of feeling like I'll never get anywhere, or you can just get a move on and try to put your energy in a brand new direction. I almost feel like there is hope for you here. Mr. O is right. I feel here, for example, if you're worried about your personal life and your relationships with others, for example, you just need to connect with people more. I think that connections are out there that can help you restore hope and optimism back into your life. And if this is about jobs or things not working for you in a business career sense, then I feel here again, it's important for you to network with others, to get out there, show people, your interests, where your skills and your talents lie, and maybe they can help you find something that will restore more hope and optimism, for your future. Your future has the potential to look bright here. So my guess is this is a phase you're going through.
And a 3-year long phase.
And it may have been a long phase, and you might just be having problems getting out of it because now you are mentally and emotionally reinforcing it, whether you realize it or not. And so once you can do things to break yourself free from that, because it's really going to be on you, I feel here.
Hi, Ola Watoyen, and the top level of cards do look really somber, to say the least. I'm almost wondering if maybe there is anything else unseeming going on, like maybe if there are things that are mental projections going back and forth between you and other people, just magic things or whatever. I don't know, for sure, but I do feel like some of this, a 3-year long stagnation is pretty intense, even for astrology purposes. So I do feel like maybe it's attitudes or it's actual, energy things that are happening in and around your life. I can't tell you too much different from what Banshee said, but I do feel that the Nine of Cups reverse suggests that you're very unhappy with all of this. And I sort of feel like this doesn't really talk about the future. It talks more about now. But maybe it offers a clue saying that there are drive things about yourself that you have to start realizing that you do have a drive, a Knight of Swords, that can maybe pull you out of this. It has to fight your other Knight, though, which is that reversed Knight of Pentacles. And even upright, the Knight of Pentacles tends to be a very cautious kind of energy flow, whereas this one tends to be a little bit more forceful. So it may be finding the balance between these extremes as they present themselves to you, maybe in terms of your feelings and your energy. No, you don't want to push yourself because you feel vulnerable when you do that, or you feel like, you can't take the sense of being disappointed again. So once again, these are your better ones down here. And the birds may be saying that there is news coming to you. I don't know when, but maybe it's sooner than not, suggesting that there is something hopeful arriving, some sense or change, a destiny, an unexpected change. So I'm just going to try to leave you with that sense that, things are going to change. We can't say when. Some of this maybe you can change on your own, but a lot of it is, of course, attitude. And I don't want to suggest you have a bad attitude about your life. I do sort of feel, like I said, that maybe there are some other energy things going on that could be adding to this.
I almost sense that too, whether it's something astrologically. And Eli, I don't know if you're still here. I was trying to get a word in, but we will be back here Thursday at 7 p.m. We are not here at all next weekend. So if you can come on Thursday, we'll be happy to read for you. Sorry about that. So yeah, Oluwatoyin, I feel it. I feel like things are stuck right now. And, you know, we may want to delve into this more in another reading for you. But, you know, the nights are really transitory. They're always in motion. Even the slowest night, the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel here that even though it's sluggish right now, this just may be a difficult phase you're going through. And like I said, sometimes we have to be willing to say enough, and we have to be willing to make things happen and change. And so be the change maker. Be the change maker and change this perspective. Change this outlook. You can do it. The star is there. Hope is out there. So good luck with that.
Good luck. So Ariana's next and asked if Subway manager would like if she can't work past 7. That could be a tough call.
Let's take a look at it. All right. Is it your cards? Yours.
Yeah, I dropped one of the
What?
My deck. Okay. How do you want to do that?
Just 3 cards.
All right.
I want to see what they say. Oh, Hermit Goddess, you are very welcome.
You're welcome. No, we're not going to do yes, no. We're going to do 3 cards. And I'm using my legend.
I was thinking about it, Violet, but I decided not to. I want to see some nuance here.
Ah, right, of course. I figured it was something like that.
Hey, we have a granddaughter working now with the same problem. She's working at a Cold Stone Creamery.
Driving her father crazy.
Yeah. With schedule changes and the like.
All right, so you have the universe, which is like the world, and it's reversed. We'll get to that in a moment. But then you have the Ace of Swords upright. The Sword of Strange Hangings. That's from Arthurian legend, I guess. And then finally you have the Six of Cups reversed.
What was the first card again?
It's the universe or the world.
That's right, the world reversed.
Right.
Well, oh God, and that's the...
Six of Cups reversed. Ace of Swords in the middle.
Well, they may have some issues, I'd say. Let's see what the Lenormand has. Oh, there's a man here.
All right. That's the manager, right? I don't know.
The manager of the house. The manager of the business.
Oh, that's your mom who doesn't want to drive you past 8.
Okay, here, let me take
Well, the world reverse could be saying that it's perfection not quite achieved. Like there's a lot of success, but it's not quite there. So there may be some fungibility with your manager on that point.
You might be able to diplomatically work it out with them, you know, but there may have to be some guarantees here, you know. Maybe this manager will feel like with that Six of Cups reversed that they've been burned before, you know, by people who want these special considerations, and that maybe, you know, they may need, and maybe it's because of past experience, they need people who will be more flexible, you know, who will be able to accommodate this, but they are open. I feel they are open to hearing you out. That's the positive here. I feel here with the, oh gosh.
World reversed.
The world reversed. You're really going to have to sell this, you know. You're going to have to make it clear that you're going to try to get on track as soon as you can with this. Because this man has a business to run, and you know, he's, you know, a lot of these businesses, they, especially those type of businesses, They really want that flexibility. It's like with Mr. O in the library. They want somebody who can guarantee working some evenings and weekends, and stuff like that. So
I think the Ace of Swords speaks to the idea that you have to be kind of forthright, but not overly aggressive. You have to have, not demanding, and I don't think you're going to be demanding, but I think you just have to express yourself as clearly as you can. Swords are about clarity, so you have to be clear, and you have to also express things in a way that they really will understand and possibly be able to take to heart. Because, home is where the heart is, and so I think this could be a person who would be sympathetic to you and understand, that you are starting off and that you need, a little bit of time to get up to snuff.
I would say it may not be looking totally positive, Ariana, but you never know until you try. And the Ace of Swords is your saving grace there. Feels like a victory could be achieved, but you're going to have to work on it, because with the world reversed, it's not totally the end of the world when the world is reversed. It basically means you have to do more work on it. So you're going to have to sell it to him why this is important to you. Maybe you can even sell it somehow on why you would be a better asset during a daytime schedule, Maybe there's just ways that you can massage this to make him feel better about it.
Right, come in a little bit earlier to end by 7, something like that. But hopefully you can work that out. There are a few guarantees in this kind of business, but we're wishing you luck.
Yeah.
And we're sorry, Akriti, but we're actually on our last reading now. So we're not going to be able to do that for you. We're closing down. We have this reading and then our moderator's reading. We normally start about a couple hours ago at 2 p.m.
Yeah, apologize.
Thanks for coming, though. And we're moving on to...
We are moving on to Krishna.
Krishna.
Was that your deck? Yes, it was. So. No, wait a minute.
Yes, it was. It was the Arthurian Tarot.
Well, then I'm back to the beautiful red deck. All right. And did Krishna have a question?
I thought they did, but I don't remember where it's at here, so... Karishma, if you're here, just go ahead and give us your question again, if you don't mind.
Hey, you're welcome, Ariana.
Good luck.
Well, they weren't here that long ago, so I think they're still around.
Yeah, I don't think they gave us their question. Oh,
I posted. Oh.
I don't see it.
It might be further back. I'm looking. There it is. Nope. I don't see it. I don't see your question, Karishma. If you could post again.
Yeah, we missed it for some reason. There it is. Okay. So, is that the question? Whether or not Cheyenne will contact you soon?
Let's see.
Looks like that's the question. Violet's pointing at it.
Yep, I've got it.
All right. Meanwhile, we'll look at Sunny over here, who is nearly asleep.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, is he planning to come towards you for a reconciliation?
Are you dropsy?
I am. No, I guess I'm not.
Is it under here?
I don't think so. No, I have it.
Okay. Well, now that I've moved the entire set. No. Ooh.
There's the sun.
But there's the Knight of Cups reversed. Ah, and there's the Moon reversed. This is interesting, trust me.
Okay, in Lenormand we got the cross and the stork.
It's really interesting to me, Karishma. This,
Cheyenne.
Oh, Cheyenne?
Right.
Oh, I'm just talking to Karishma.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I thought you were reiterating
No, I
the
said,
question.
this is interesting, Karishma. I feel that the Knight of Cups here reversed is key. Cheyenne just seems a little bit confused or a little bit undecided or maybe a little bit wishy-washy or, maybe they're just a little bit cavalier about their feelings a little bit here. They're not acting very maturely, I feel. But you asked about, are they going to approach you about a reconciliation? I think you're going to find out something really soon. Again, I feel like the moon is reversed here and things are going to be revealed to you. And
you have the moon and the sun.
I just looked at the Lenormand and I'm wondering here, you have the moon and the sun, but the moon is reversed, and of course in tarot, it means something a little bit different than it does in the Lenormand. And I feel here it's about things coming to the surface, things finally being revealed. Maybe that's why the sun is here too. Maybe it's also saying that things are going to be, you will know one way or another where you stand finally with this wishy-washy behavior, that maybe that things could be worked out. A reconciliation is possible. However, here, I feel that in order for reconciliation to occur, a fresh start has to come here, and things that have caused grief and worry and anxieties in the past or struggles, they have to disappear. They have to be able to find ways to move past them in order for this to happen. So is that on your end, or is that on Cheyenne's end? I'm not certain. But anyway, go ahead.
Right. I get the feeling here that there is a dubious quality here. That's the moon, perhaps. The Knight of Cups, I think, could represent somebody who is not exactly sure of themselves.
Romantically. Emotionally.
So I think somebody has to make an overture, or both of you have to come to that point of realizing that if you're going to approach this, you have to do it sort of together jointly, not just one or the other of you.
Right.
And you really have to deal with what those issues were that caused the separation or the parting to begin with.
Exactly.
Now, I think that there is some possibility here, but I just don't see it happening realistically very soon. Like, I think it could be at least a moon cycle away, another month away before something
Right. Soon is a relative thing for me, but I think something is going to be revealed to you that's going to give you more a clue on where things are headed. And I have to say right now... Well, I have to say right now, the sun is here, and there is definitely potential for some success for some revitalization here, because the sun is all about renewed energy as well, feeling revitalized, feeling restored, feeling refreshed. And I feel that, but I do feel this person, they've got a little bit still of either, like Mr. O said, they have to really come to terms with how they feel and to be more emotionally mature about it is how I feel. And they shouldn't just, and I feel here for a new beginning to happen, he banned this. This is exactly right. You have to
But
not,
you know it too, though.
You have to not ignore what happened in the past. Regardless of how strong the love between you is, that will only go so far if you don't deal with the underlying issues that caused the problems in the first place. So that's kind of what I see here. I wish I could give you a when, but I think he's right. It's going to maybe be another moon cycle. I think for sure you've got to wait till after this whole Mercury retrograde plays out, which, now it's going direct, but it's going in a shadow period for a week or so, 10 or 12 days. So, I think that you just got to give this a little bit more time.
So here's some extra value because I see, I'm looking at the upright moon and it's Anubis and he's sort of doing the Michael Jackson or kind of holding himself.
I know.
But I get the feeling, and then of course he's cross-dressing too because there's a bra on too. So I don't know what's going on here, but I sort of feel like Anubis is of course a sign of judgment too, and I think this is just still something that is a work in process, and so I don't feel that it's definitely slanted towards no or yes. It's still a work in process.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that, but because the moon is reversed, I really feel answers will be forthcoming. Usually when the moon is upright, there are still secrets, there are things being hidden from you, but when it's reversed, things start to come out. For better or worse, you will find out something. And with the sun here, I'm a little bit more optimistic about where things are headed. So I wish you luck with that.
Yeah,
I really do.
I'm sure he's thinking about you. There's just a lot of stuff to get through before you get to that point.
Violet's got her question out there.
All right, we are on Violet.
Guidance from Uncle Alan about, I get what you're, so this is really the family healing, am I right? Being that it is the day that it is. All right.
I hope it works out, Karishma.
Well, since we're talking about hurts, we'll use the It Might Hurt Tarot. See what we get.
Good. That's the important part. I think those cards of the sun and the moon, they look opposed, but in a way, they're unifying.
In this sense, they are, I think, because of the moon being reversed. And the sun, one can argue, is about illumination, too. So I think answers are coming. I do.
You're welcome.
I think rather than do my bam, bam, bam reading, let's just look at the 3 on this one. Wow, what do we start with here? The 7 of Wands upright. This is from Uncle Alan, remember? So there's got to be some positive energy in it. Even if it's not all positive. Oh my goodness. And look what you've got, Mr. O.
I don't remember, so I apologize, but is Uncle Alan related to your mom? Or your mom's side of the family?
Your maternal side or paternal?
Okay, and then we have the stars.
Again.
Well, they may not be exactly the same.
And there they are again.
And the birds again. And I've had that combination before, too.
Wow. You know what? Uncle Alan knows that well, here's the thing.
So he's your great uncle. He was your mom's uncle.
Okay.
And he was a pretty great uncle. He still
Well,
is.
it sounds like it. He's always got your back, I say. But you know what? He recognizes the fact that maybe on some level you are stuck. You're still stuck in some ways, moving past some of the hurt. And you know what? Some hurts are stick with us for our lifetimes. They really do. But the point is that you, Uncle Alan, feels have risen so much above that. You know, you may not realize it sometimes. It takes effort, though, to maintain that. And that is why sometimes it's harder to deal with those feelings than others. When you think of all the things you've been through and what you had to take to overcome them, then on certain holidays and things, you know, like at Christmas time, at these other Mother's Day and these times of the year, some things are a lot more challenging to you. And it's harder for you to maintain that high upper ground that you have for yourself. But Uncle Alan has never given up hope on you here. Look at the stars here. He realizes here you are connected to a more brighter future. You have connected yourself to a brighter destiny. You're not letting this totally destroy your life. You know, you will have those down moments. You will. There's just no way around that. But you know what? You yourself are a mom now. You yourself have a beautiful family. And Uncle Alan, I feel, wants you to focus on the things in your life that brings you that optimism, that brings you that light, and not the struggles anymore. You know, not the struggles anymore as much as possible. Because it has been a tough road, you know, and I know that. I know, because life isn't always good to us, and families aren't always the positive experience, you know, that some of these holidays bring them out to be. Some people have had some really seriously bad, traumatic things happen to them at Christmas time, for example, you know. The cruelty of parents sometimes is very real. And so, and for various reasons, you know, I had situations in my life where there was a lot of alcoholism and there was a lot of bad things that happened around holidays, arguing between, you know, my parents, different things that I was exposed to. So, you know, it's like maintain that higher ground, realize that you have come out okay and you will always be okay. And that's what really matters. And I don't think I've left anything for him to say.
I can have cheeseburger now? No, you didn't. But I did want to say that, you know, Uncle Alan was your mother's uncle too. And he would probably never want to be in the position of deciding which of any of his nephews or nieces was his favorite. And you're not going to put him in that position. It may be that he can't really, you know, indicate to you exactly what he feels for his niece, your mother, but it's probably all good. Probably more than anything, he wants you to come out as the winner here, because this is, to me, more than just holding your own. This is actually winning.
Oh, yeah.
So whether or not that means a vindication for you or some sort of redemption for aspects of this family, don't know. I think what Banshee said about this one too, that you sort of feel stuck or blocked in a situation, but you have to realize that the star card has birds in it as well as the stars.
Yeah,
and that
I
was
guess
in the
I glossed
Lenormand.
over that.
And so I feel like it's a double message saying you will come out on top no matter how long it takes, and all of those other things will really work in your benefit. Maybe you will never have that kind of relationship with your mom, but you will still be on top of it.
And you know what? You have the potential here, I think, with the birds and the stars to make newer, strong connections for yourself. You know, finding your own place, finding your own tribe. You know, family is great, but we need others in our lives as well. And whether you find that through social media, whether you find that through groups and organizations you belong to, you know, like the Storm Chasers, etc., there are other connections of value here that is calling to you. And Uncle Alan says, answer that call. Follow your destiny. You don't need to be stuck here in what didn't work for you in the past. Follow your destiny. The star here twice. What can I say? Yeah.
I think you're right, of course. I think obviously you would have been his favorite over your mom. But I think the mark of being a good uncle or aunt or mom or dad is never telling, this is my favorite over, you know, that's just not done by a good uncle. So they would never say that. Just keep that in yourself and know that it's true.
Whatever. No, I'm not going to argue with you on that. Good readings today, Mr. O. That's what we have for you. Good
I had a
luck with
really
that.
favorite two great uncles. One was from my father's side, one was from my mother's side. Both of them in their own way got me into mystical stuff when I was 12 or so.
And happy Mother's Day to you, Violet.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
So, geez, great readings. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. We had a great time today. Wonderful day. And I got such compliments on my little colors here I'm wearing. Thank you again for that. You brightened my day. We'll see everybody on Thursday. Just a reminder for anybody who's left, we will not be live next weekend. We'll be at an event where we'll be reading cards, so we have to take the weekend off. Hopefully we can make it up to you next time or when you see us on Thursday. So take care, everybody. Have a great day ahead, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Something very strange is happening on